Would you say it now that you're at the microphone?
Yeah, my name is Lyda.
Oh, that's too close.
Lyda Zissimatos, is this better?
Zissimatos,
Okay. Um,
From where?
we're in Great Neck.
Okay, thank you.
Great Neck. And I'm very proud to be a member of the community here. I've been here since 2018. I was very disappointed to hear that we don't have a cat shelter. And don't understand the reason why. Being Greek, the Greeks have a policy now, and they provide for all the stray cats in Greece. They provide food and water, and that's a legal obligation that they are able to fulfill. They are allowed, through the government, they're allowed to do that. And I was wondering how a community such as ours doesn't provide anything like that. I don't understand how we just let the cats get hit by cars or suffer, be hungry, just continue to, the wild cats just continue to have more kittens and have more cats that are having problems. And I was wondering, it was a very touching moment that we took a moment of silence for the rescuer that was lost. And I was thinking what a wonderful tribute it would be to him and to other animals that he could have rescued if we could start a small, in the beginning, just a small rescue area for the cats in this area. And I just like to know why we don't have one. If anyone here can answer, why don't we have a shelter? I don't understand. I used to live in the Bronx. We have them there. Everywhere else I know has a cat shelter. Can anyone answer why we don't have one? I know there's funding that's available.
To say that funding is available is oversimplifying a little bit. The grants that people talk about often, really? Okay. People seem to think that there's grant money that we're not using, but we would have to spend the money. Some of them are matching grants. It is complicated to get grant money. North Hempstead has an animal shelter that takes care of dogs. This is what the law requires us to do. The decision to not take cats or to not build a larger animal shelter was made over 20 years ago. So
I understand that, but it's 20 years later, and I don't see why we couldn't find somewhere in our hearts and in our budget to start small. And where the dogs are, create an area where you could accept some cats slowly.
Experts have said that we cannot take cats in the space we have for dogs. There are different diseases that cats have, and there's just not space for cats in our animal shelter.
And then I would expect my community to look for other spaces then. And I'd like to know why that's not happening. It's possible that we could put it out there and someone in the community could start a fund to also collect private funds. But I think as a community, we should start it or put it out there and see if enough people would be willing.
I mean, I would say that the volunteers who've been coming here every month for several years are very dedicated, and the word is out in the community. But there still has not been private funding sufficient for what would be required to build a cat shelter.
Thank you.
The 2 minutes up.
All right.
Thank you.